deceptively beautiful out there. The 39 degrees is the sobering reminder on your Friday morning. Welcome back. It is 6:43 on your Friday. So earlier this week, we had that story. Some people in Poland Village got a rather unpleasant surprise when sewage leaked into their basement. So if a worker hits a line or does something wrong and it trashes your house, what are your options? Attorney David Betras is joining us. He's live on Zoom this morning for this week's edition of Legally Speaking. Dave, good morning.
Good morning. Sorry I couldn't be with you there. I had a hearing in Trumbull County in the morning. Then I had to travel to Marion County, and that hearing lasted so long, and I just couldn't. It was just too long of a drive to make it back. So sorry I'm by Zoom. I called Frank, but he said it was too early for him to get up. So you're stuck with me again.
Hey, we're always glad to be stuck with you. So obviously, I mean, when we're talking about something like this, not an ideal situation, where do you even start with something like this as a homeowner?
Well, as a homeowner, first of all, you should always have homeowners insurance. And when you get homeowners insurance, read the policy to make sure you are covered by things you should be covered by. So my advice to people out there is make sure, and if you're a renter, get renter's insurance also. So renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, and when you get the homeowner's insurance policy, read it to see what they cover. It's a little confusing at times, but if you read it a couple of times, you get it. Now, if someone's doing work around your house or something and they cause damage to your property, they're responsible. They have to pay it. However, one caveat, because you know, as us lawyers, we always have to have exceptions. If it's a governmental entity that did it, so say it was the township or the city or the county, there's still some immunity there. So you have to go through your own insurance company. But if you have no insurance or your insurance won't cover it, then they'll pay for it. But definitely if someone is working around your house and causes damage to your property, it is on them and it's not on you.
How important is it as the homeowner to document this when it happens? Pictures, videos, something like that, just to have it when it's happening so that in case you need it as evidence in any case, whether it's insurance or some sort of legal proceeding later on?
Well, there's companies out there that can come in and give you quotes to clean it up and everything. And sometimes drywall has to be taken out and they have to, you know, sometimes replace the studs so no black mold flows. And if you have things down there, they're going to want receipts. So I always try to tell people, take a video of your house, try to keep, you know, it doesn't have to be real accurate, but try to keep an inventory of what's in every room, you know, and how much it's cost to replace and things of that sort. And sometimes people have heirlooms, you know. My wife, gosh, you know, I have my kids' first grade, you know, work there. Somehow they're going to want it, I think, when they get older. I don't think so. But sometimes you have family heirlooms down there that you're just not going to be able to replace those. And there's really no value to those other than a sentimental value.
So how do you know when you might need to get a lawyer involved in something like this that would go beyond just like an insurance claim or a straight, you know, deal worked out with whoever was responsible?
Well, to be blunt, when they ain't paying.
That's fair.
Work, it's time to get a lawyer involved. And believe me, sometimes they don't pay and sometimes they give you a hard time. And that's when you should get a lawyer involved. Now, a lot of people think that, you know, well, I had a 25-year-old table down there. I want to get a brand new table. A table is worth what a 25-year-old table is. So people have to understand that part of it.
Yeah. Is it challenging then if there is some sort of dispute on whether the worker actually did cause the damage?
Well, sewers just don't back up for the heck of it.
That's true.
So someone did something. And so, yeah, you're going to have to prove fault. But I assumed that when you asked me the question, especially if it's multiple people, someone did something. If it was just one person's house, you could say, well, that was maybe not the worker. But if it was multiple people's house, then someone did something that caused that to happen. That's pretty obvious.
There you go. All right. And by the way, Dave will be back on Monday for free legal advice, right?
Yeah, you tell Grace and everyone in the control room, I'm sorry, no donuts this week, but Monday I'll be look, they have to show the empty desk. Well, that's what it looks like when Frank covers it for me. Whoa. Anyways, I'll be there Monday. I'll be in there Monday morning, bright and early to be answering your questions. We're live and we're local. and we answer your questions right on the air starting at, around 6 a.m.
We'll be there, too. All right, with bells on. Dave,
All right.
thank you much. As always,
Everyone have a
enjoy
great
yourself
weekend.
this weekend. Yep, for sure. Thank you.